Wednesday, 22nd of December. Woke up at 6 a.m. and checked out of the hotel just before 7. Caught a taxi to the McCarran International Airport for our flight to Los Angeles. Left Vegas around 8:55 a.m. Very short trip, landed at 9:50 a.m, although we had to wait on the tarmac for 15 minutes because our gate was occupied. Caught a shuttle bus to the Alamo car rental, where we hopped in a car and drove to Hollywood Boulevard, where we saw the Kodak Theatre, the Chinese Theatre and the Walk of Fame. It's pretty surreal. You've always imagined it and seen it in the movies, but only when you're standing on someone's star do you get the full impact of the Hollywood appeal.
It's so bizarre. You think you are a new kind of James Dean, but the only thing I've ever seen of you was a commercial spot on the screen. Movie star, oh movie star, you think you are a movie star, oh movie star, you think you are a...
We saw the stars of John Travolta, Michael Jackson and Christina Aguilera, amongst others. We passed and had a look at the Chinese Theatre, where famous people put their footprint and handprint in wet cement so it becomes a permanent indent into the pathway. Saw the prints of Tom Hanks, Nicolas Cage and Steven Spielberg. There were lots of them.
You should belong to the jet set. Fly your own privately or jets.
All along the Walk of Fame were people dressed up in characters such as Spider-Man and Jack Sparrow. Unfortunately, we didn't stay for long as we were only in Los Angeles for a short amount of time. We had to keep moving.
Went to Sweden to meet Ingmar Bergman. He wasn't there or he just didn't care. I think it's time for you, my friend, to stop pretending that you are a movie star, movie star. You think you are a movie star, movie star.
Cruised down Sunset Boulevard and Rodeo Road, which we later discovered was far away from Rodeo Drive, which we were looking for, and hopped on the freeway to Santa Monica to the Holiday Inn Hotel. Again, we had to keep moving, so we dropped off our bags and walked down a promenade close by, having lunch at Johnny's Pizzeria. The pizzas were humongous and could easily feed 3 people.
L.A. in the sunshine, or it's Denver, and we're snowblind. All the palm trees on the skyline. It's a good day, it's a good time. Getting into all that.
We then walked to the Santa Monica Pier, which was actually less than 100 metres from our hotel. The sun was beginning to go down, which created the perfect setting for our last night in America. Sat down and enjoyed the view and the atmosphere, and went back to the hotel at 4 p.m. for a little rest.
Where the days are short and the nights are long. Where they walk and I walk, they twist and I'll twist. They shimmy and I'll shimmy. They fly and I'll fly. Well, they're out there having fun in that one California sun. Well, I'm going out west, out on the coast, where the California girls are really the most. Where they walk and I'll walk, they twist and I'll twist. They shimmy and I'll shimmy. They fly and I'll fly. Well, they're out there having fun in that one California sun.
5, we left the hotel and headed back to Los Angeles to the Staples Center.
Is Dad driving to the NHL?
I like to call that my frog song.
Who's playing tonight, Dad?
Sounds like frogs.
Hey, video.
It's the Who.
Hello.
And joined together.
Tonight it's the, let me turn the rock
100.3.
station down.
The Sounds triple play Thursday. I played Magic Bus.
Tonight it's the Los Angeles Kings playing the Mighty Ducks from Anaheim.
And who are you going to go for?
I believe the Los Angeles Kings.
Why is that?
Because we're in Los Angeles. Therefore I'm supporting the local side.
Okay.
Oh, so we couldn't go for them because of the Red Bull fans.
Well, I've decided that their attitude is what I want to have.
Well, now I have to tell a story. Well, see, we walked out of our hotel and there was this big black man walking past this couple that was kind of large in size. And he goes, "Move, fat bitch!" And then the chick turned around and she said, what did she say?
Did you call me fat?
Yeah. "You don't get to call me fat bitch." And he's like, "Well, you ain't skinny." And he had a Los Angeles thing on, so we don't know about them supporters.
We've seen that tonight. We want to be on his side.
Yeah. But if we ever get there,
If we ever get there.
it's nice traffic. Yeah.
Depends where we're sitting, maybe.
Oh, there's someone back there.
Who invited,
Hi, it's Neville here.
who invited you?
What's up? Bye.
The traffic was horrendous, but we made it in an hour and parked for $7 in a nearby lot. Dad collected the tickets from the wheel call ticket booth, and after searching around nearby streets for takeaway, I grabbed a smoothie and we ended up grabbing a quick bite inside the centre. We were in section 304, which was about 4 from the back. Still, I enjoyed it just as much as I would being in the front row. It was the LA Kings against the Anaheim Ducks. I chose to support the Ducks, although less than 10% of the stadium population opted to do the same. Dad backed the Kings.
He knew right then he was too far from home.
The game started at 7 p.m. It was a great game, and the atmosphere truly made it a night to remember. There are 3 periods in ice hockey, each 20 minutes on the clock, meaning they go for around 30 to 40 minutes due to penalties, etc. The highlight for me was a brawl between 2 players. They both threw off their gloves and started punching each other in the head. It was incredible to see, especially the reaction from the crowd. The rule with fighting is that the referee is only allowed to step in when one player is on the ground. So let's just say every person in that stadium sat back and enjoyed the brawl for a minute or so before it got broken up. It was definitely the best part of the night for me.
In those Hollywood years, she was looking so right. In her diamonds and frills, all those big city nights. In those high rolling hills, above all the lights, she had all of the skill.
Throughout the game, the players get thrashed against the wall constantly. Hockey sticks break, and there's plenty of pushing and shoving. But then again, this only makes the game more entertaining. As the third period was coming to an end, the scores were tied and had to go to extra time for 5 minutes. Neither team scored during this time, so it was sudden death. 3 shots each, most goals scored wins. First shot, both teams scored. Second shot, both missed. And third shot, Kings scored and the Mighty Ducks failed to equal the scores, leading to a much celebrated win to the Los Angeles Kings. The game ended around 10 p.m. Dad bought an LA Kings scarf and now considers himself a fan.
King of the road, third boxcar, midnight train, destination Bangor, Maine. Wool worn out suit and shoes. I don't pay no union dues. I smoke old stogies I have found. Short but not too big around. I'm a man of means by no.
Drove back to the hotel and crashed.
King of the road.